not this good man.
See, the bird is right.
Elf.
Just don't worry, Hollow. It has nothing to do with you.
Sorry, I have a tendency not to trust winged creatures.
Anyways, I'm gonna ignore that you insulted my friend there. So now are you ready to head to the little goodie place you like to call your goal?
Sure, why not?
Alrighty. So Darren starts to lead them accurately through the woods into the abandoned forest area, but stops and turns around to Hallow. Okay, Hallow. If you go ahead, I'll meet you in the library, but me and Van Winkle need to talk really quick.
Fine. I'll
Okay.
go on ahead.
Darren and Van Winkle walks back to the town to the previous area that they were previously at. And Darren then turns to Van Winkle and says, okay, I got something to show you, but I need you to lead the way.
Van Winkle looks up from drawing stick figure birds with little cloaks on them, and he's like, "Oh, what do you need to show me?"
Okay. Walk down that alley with the light, the little blinking light, and I'll follow you down there. There's some information that you need to know.
Okay, so Rip Snort Van Winkle decides to trust his good friend Darren, and he follows his instructions, and he starts heading towards the alley with the blinking light.
Darren slowly follows Van Winkle right behind him as he takes out a piece of a rock that's been on the ground and slowly lifts it up over Van Winkle's head.
Okay, does Rip Snort notice this? Which one do I roll for?
Yeah, perception.
Okay, let's see. 5. Will I ever roll over a 7?
So you don't notice this, but before he is able to, get the rock close enough to Van Winkle, all of a sudden, 4 arms appear out of the shadow, one with a cloth, and puts it over Van Winkle's mouth, knocking him out.
The logistics of that seem a little difficult to Barbie. But okay, we'll
I
go.
don't know,
with
it's like they just
It's just like they just like they go like this.
It's a cone.
Yeah, they wrap the cloth around his beak, and then they pull him into the shadows, barely giving Van Winkle a chance to scream.
Darren turns to the shadow area that his friend just disappeared from, a little spooked, but wasn't sure what to think about it. Was it in the same realm of what he was supposed to do? Is it something else? He was confused. As he started to walk towards the shadowy area, putting his hand out, swiping the area, trying to feel anything.
A hand grabs out and grabs his arm.
Ah, he screams, what the hell, get off me. He keeps trying to hit the arm of the little thing.
Every time he tries to hit the arm turns into smoke, but then solidifies again.
What the hell do you want from me?
Go back and continue what you were doing. You'll hear from us soon. The arm lets go and disappears.
Darren sighs, but even if he doesn't know if it's still there, he yells, don't hurt him, please. As he turns around
No response.
and starts heading back to the forest, meeting up with Hallow 15 minutes later. Okay, Hallow, are you ready?
So you sold your friend, huh?
What
No,
do
you
mean?
didn't see this. You didn't see any of this.
Okay.
Yeah, you were
No,
somewhere
I
else.
assume if he does not coming back.
Well,
All you know is that Darren just came back by himself. That's all you know.
the bird had to stop and do research. He wouldn't budge, so I let him be. We'll come back for him later.
Research, huh?
Yeah, you saw his journal, how he scribbles in it. So,
Doesn't change my plans. Let's go.
all right. So Darren leads Hallow to the abandoned wing of this library of information. The doors are obviously just decayed, and one door is on the ground, one is still standing open, rocking back and forth with the wind. You may go first, Hallow, since this is your journey.
Very well.
As the two enter the library, all of a sudden they hear loud shh. An old hag is found still on a decaying desk of the library, thinking that her job is not done. She says nothing else and continues what she was doing.
Darren clears his throat as he slaps Hallow on the back in a friendly manner. Well, this is your place, man. Where do you want to start? What are you looking for?
history,
Okay.
ancient history
Well,
on Dragonborns.
I'm gonna approach this clerk right here, or at least maybe she isn't. Maybe it's just a crazy lady. But give me 1 second. Darren walks up to the desk and stares at the lady as he looks down at her and rings the decayed bell on the table.
For a
Excuse me.
second, nothing happens.
Excuse me.
The lady suddenly turns around, baring her fangs.
I just have a question. Darren whispers. I need your help, lady.
She says nothing and stares at him blankly.
Aren't you the library keeper? Aren't you supposed to help people? He
She
yells.
takes out a rusty dagger and puts it to his neck. Anything you're looking for, you're not gonna find it here. So get lost. She puts her dagger away and turns back to what she was doing.
Darren couldn't help but get angry. He wanted to challenge this lady. Maybe even try to intimidate her.
Would you like to roll for intimidation?
Yes.
Alright.
Alright. 22.
A 22, okay.
He slams his fist down on the table and it ends up grabbing her by her shirt and brings her closer to him. Alright, you're gonna help me. You're in this decrepit building by yourself. You're a crazy old hag, but I'm sure you have a reason for being here. So help me, damn it.
She begins to whimper and putting her hands in front of her face. Okay, I'll help you. Put
No.
me down.
You are gonna do whatever this man asks. Over here. Hallow, get over here. Start talking to the lady.
Pardon us. Do you have any information on Dragonborn history?
Huh. You wouldn't be the first to come here and looking for that information. Many have tried, but without me, they're never gonna find it.
Well, will you help us?
Perhaps for a small price.
Everybody always wants something. Darren crosses his arms, sighs, and looks back at the lady. What do you want? What do you possibly want?
It's not money I seek this time. A necklace.
A necklace of what? What kind of necklace?
It's a rare artifact. Heard that's been passed down for thousands of years.
Well, where do we find this so-called necklace?
They say it's called the Kismet Stone. And I want it to be mine. Part
Okay.
of my collection, you see. I collect rare artifacts.
We'll give you this stone, but you gotta tell us, where do we even start to even find something of this caliber?
Last I heard, a merchant sold it to someone on Skid Row by the forest. Those old people, they always had everything.
And do you have a name of the last buyer or seller?
I do not. But you know, if you cannot find it, I wouldn't mind having a couple fingers as trade instead.
Darren gulps a little bit. He looks down at his fingers, then looks at Hallow. Really? Would he really give up his fingers for this random man? No, of course not. He turns to Hallow. Hey, since this is what you want, why don't you give her your fingers while I enjoy my fingers still?
No. Here's one too.
I'd rather not.
I need a lady. A lady's fingers.
Does it look like I'm surrounded in women?
You can find a bunch of them on Skid Row. Those poor people, you know, they don't need them. But my hand is becoming awfully old. I would love a new pair of fingers.
Fine. You'll get your fingers.
But not fat ones, of course. Skinny ones.
You'll get what you get.
She turns around and goes back to her desk.
Crazy ass lady. He turns away and starts walking. Well, Hallow, we gotta get some fingers, so let's make our way back down to the poor parts of town. If anybody gets their fingers stolen there, we probably won't get too much attention on us.
Alright, as they head their way out of the library, they make their way down to Skid Row, which is found on the edge of the forest. They walk there and they see a bunch of tents filled with people hungry, starving, some old, some young. But eventually they spot the eye of this one girl that fits the criteria. She seems young, she seems skinny, and she's asleep. this is where you meet Liz. Liz wakes up all of a sudden as you two approach her tent. Jahapla,
Yeah.
introduce your character.
How? Like,
Pretty much, me and Hallow are approaching you with ulterior motives, and you don't know who we are. So just kind of give us a little bit about your character and like what to expect, I guess, in a way.
What your character's like. What
Yeah,
they look like,
what's the
their humor.
personality? What do they look like? Stuff like that.
oh, they look okay. Wait. So
It
yeah,
might be, it might be easier to go with the situation of like, in order for this to happen, you would want something else as well.
No, just like you're just waking up right now and you see two strange men walking up to you.
okay.
Just describe how you're waking up and what you see.
Okay. So. Okay, I got a knife. Since I don't know y'all, whatever, I'm scared. So I got a knife.
Alright.
Hey, one of the men turns to you and puts his hands up in the air. Calm down. Put that knife away, or you hurt yourself, or get hurt.
Can you say that again?
Yeah. One of the men turns to you and puts his hands up in the air and says, "Calm down, and put that knife away before you get hurt."
Who are you to tell me to calm down?
Look, I'm here for a reason. You're pulling your knife out on us. We have no alternative means to want to hurt you. We just want to talk to you.
Wait.
What's the reason?
Lie for deception. Roll for deception.
Okay, give us 1 sec.
In his attempts to lie to Liz about having no ulterior motives, Liz does not believe it for 1 second. She can tell that he's lying.
Well, come on, just trust me, Liz, or whatever your name is.
How can I trust you?
We haven't attacked you as soon as we saw you. We could have just bum rushed you. It's 2 of us versus 1 of you. That means we have to have some authenticity, don't we?
Look, roll for persuasion. And Liz, can you roll for insight?